We, sorry Peter, haven't actually looked at numeracy. We've started looking at literacy instead, and we started with a pilot study. So the three of us worked with groups of teachers to trial the literacy strategies, and that's sort of where we're at, really. We're starting to go whole school. So we had John Munro came in and do a whole school PD with us. We have a group of maths teachers who are going out to another literacy PD based on John Munro's strategies. We've had VC teachers go to a study skills session also based on the John Munro strategies, and we're at the point of working out with our school improvement group the best way to support our teachers to start implementing the strategies and for them to do that in an ongoing way. We've had really good feedback from our teachers after the whole school PD. There's lots of professional conversations happening about literacy and school improvement, but now we need to work out how to best support all of our teachers. We have about 150, I think, teachers. Is that Mark? 120 teachers. And at the moment we have about 10 teachers who've had the support from the three of us as learning leaders, and we need to work out how we're going to expand that out, because we can't do it in the way, we can't go into each of the other's classrooms and support teachers that way, so it's different for us. And where to now? So supporting our teachers, and we have to look at our data. Everybody else is going to be using the online testing methods to collect data. Those tests don't suit our kids. It doesn't work for our school. So we have to find an alternative test. And our welfare team actually looked into a test called iAchieve. They were looking at testing all of our kids when they enrol to identify kids with learning needs or kids that need extra support or testing. And that's linked really nicely with the school improvement, and the iAchieve test produces data very similar to the on-demand testing, so we're probably going to use that. But again, when we get the data from there, it has to be useful and meaningful. We need to ensure that all our students take the test, and we're having lots of discussions about how that might happen, what we might do to increase our return rates. We have to take into account, if you have a kid who has, say, chronic fatigue, who finds it really difficult to get out of bed and finds concentration for any length of time really challenging, them sitting down and doing a test that's going to take them an hour and a half is not a reasonable expectation. So we have to be flexible in the way we provide the testing to our students as well, because we have such a diverse student body. And we have to ensure that all our enrolment categories are tested. We're looking at incorporating testing into the enrolment process, particularly for our primaries, because they generally come in and meet with their teachers. And we're looking at writing them into our course books, so that you might get a few practice questions in the weeks leading up to the test, and then you do, instead of doing weekly submission tasks, you might do the test instead. But this is all just in the planning stage at this point. We thought we might wind up with saying that all the professional development that we've been doing and all the money that's gone into this project and all the work around collecting data is really important, because it's going to give our kids a positive learning experience with positive educational outcomes, and that's sort of why we're committed to the project. And that's it.